Today I am running a bunch of errands. Gotta go to the doctor's, got a couple appointments, and then I'm trying to work on a project that I've been working on editing. Hopefully I'll get to it. I have a bunch of work to do, but right now I'm gonna get a shower because it's much needed. And lately I've been using showers to wake up, as it's been helping me energize, or at least mentally I think it is. So that's what I'm going to do now. I had 2 cups of coffee, which I normally don't, so if I sound hyper, it's because I am. Look, he came to say hello. She loves the sink. You love the sink, don't you? Put a little bit of water on for you. Not my toothbrush. Not my toothbrush. I don't want cat hair in my... That was close. I really got to do something about this hair. Look at it. I know I just got out of the shower and everything, and it's not exactly wet, but it's damp, so it's gonna be like a little bit longer looking, but it's still long. It's still out of control, very much so. It's in my eyes and I can't stand it. Now I remember why I don't like long hair. I used to have hair down to here, and it was cool for the time being. I used to dye my hair all types of colors. Not all types of colors really, just like I'd bleach it. I did the whole short M&M thing with the bleach blonde hair. I've had black, white, blonde. Maybe I'll just cut it on camera. Shave the whole head on camera. I got a green screen. Got a new one at least. I had one before, but it wasn't really that good compared to this one. This one is like a tight one where I don't have to worry about the fabric being wrinkled or dust or any of that. It's the Elgato green screen. As I lose my balance, hopefully it meets the expectations that I have for it. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't. It's just a green screen, but you know, it's supposed to be a sturdy one, so let's see. First and foremost, look how big this thing is. Look at the box. Look at this thing. Clearly taller than me. Not that I'm the most tallest person ever, but yeah, it's like 6 feet tall. But yeah, let's check it out. Wow. All right. I have it flipped the other way. This is the other side. Oh gosh. Now, it locks. So there you have it. Here's the green screen. God, it feels like spring today. Very nice out. I'm running some errands right now. And then later, I'm gonna go and meet with a friend, my friend Ahmad. We are shooting a documentary about his solo career. Basically, he's been in bands pretty much his entire life, it seems. What we're gonna do is we're gonna meet up later on. We're gonna meet up at the mall and discuss, go over some things, kind of like a storyboard, and figure out what direction, how we're gonna do it, basically. Remember how I said it's a nice day out? Well, that all changed right as I was getting ready to leave. The rain just started coming down. And I mean pouring, not just a little bit of rain. I'm talking torrential downpour. I was really at a point where I was thinking, is it safe to go and meet a med? I mean, there were high mile-an-hour winds blowing cars around on the road, so it was potentially dangerous, and I had a long drive ahead of me, so I had to think fast and figure out what I was gonna do in those moments, as time was wasting away and we needed to get things done. So I needed to figure out whether or not I was gonna go or just stay home or find something else to do and use my time elsewhere. How many times have you been in this situation where you had these perfect plans, or you had plans that you were looking forward to, big or small, but it's just something that you wanted to do and you were held back by something? In my situation, it was the weather here. When you have something that you want to do and you can't, it can be very hard to deal with. I myself, I'm a very productive person, so I always have to be on the move because I feel like if I'm not, I feel like I'm wasting away. Now maybe that is just me, maybe it's something that I need to fix with myself, but I feel like I can relate to a lot of people with this. Sitting around and not being productive Well, it makes me feel anxious. It makes me feel like I'm just sitting there and I'm just wasting away my life. Now, maybe it's not as dramatic and maybe I am being a little dramatic, but that is how I feel. So even in situations that I can't control, it messes with me. And I knowingly can't control this situation. And I think that is like the real point of this, is that sometimes you just can't control the situation that you're in and you have to roll with the punches. Why beat up myself? Why look at the situation that, you know, that I can't control and look at it like, well, at least I have the opportunity to make other plans. Whether those plans are executed in the future, that's up for fate to decide, but I do have that option. So my control is with that. At least I can control that. All right, just got to King of Prussia Mall, because that's where I'm meeting him. Hopefully I can go this way. This guy's like vacuuming over here. Sorry. Wow, this mall is empty right now. Nobody here. I wasn't expecting it for it to be so empty right now. What?
Put me on the can, put me on the can. Y'all already know that it's your boy Push the Rock, and you know we stepping all year round. Shout out to my boy right here. What's your name?
Matt.
Yeah, shout out to my man Matt. We going up all year 2024. Yeah, you already know. Yeah, that's that. You said though.
All right. You never know what happens at the mall. That was super random. I think the food court is upstairs, so I think that's where I gotta go. Okay. This is the last time I showed this, but how? How in the world is the mall looking like this during the week on a Wednesday? It's 4:30. Where is everybody? I would actually have a brief discussion talking about how people are staying home more and more and going out less and less due to the fact of having apps like Amazon and or Uber Eats, allowing people to shop from the comfort of the home. But of course, as I'm talking about this in the mall would start playing music, and so I didn't want to get a copyright. But let's get back to being in the mall. Of course, I come to the mall to meet up with him, and I'm lost. I can't find the other food court. Apparently there is 2 food courts. I forgot about that, so I went to the one upstairs, and now there's one downstairs, but I don't remember if it's on the mid-floor or all the way down. So I'm on the bottom floor right now. I'm sure somebody could help me, but I mean, again, look how empty. Okay, so I get on the phone with the med and he's telling me where to go. He's telling me how to get to the food court, but I'm thinking to myself, I was already at the food court. And he's telling me to go to the 2nd floor, and I'm already on the 2nd floor. But really there are 3 floors. So it's like, is it the middle floor or the upper floor? Are you talking about the middle floor being the bottom floor and the upper floor being the 2nd floor? Or do you mean the bottom floor actually being the bottom floor and the middle floor being the 2nd floor? But actually I would discover that the food court was actually on the 3rd floor, so it couldn't be on the 2nd floor. I still have not found a med. I am still walking around looking for this other food court. But this lady just told me that I actually have to leave this building and go out and go to another building to get to it. I forgot about that. I forgot about this mall. All right, so the way this mall works is it's all one compound, but there's a section where you go out to like get to the other stores. And so you actually have to like leave and go outside to get to the other parts. So that's where I'm headed now. So now that I know that I'm at the wrong food court, now I have to try and find the crosswalk that allows me to get to the other side of the mall. But the problem is finding the crosswalk. Okay, so to help paint a picture here, I drew up a map of the KOP Mall. It's not 100% accurate, but it's pretty close. To give you perspective, I came in through the Macy's side over here, and then I was told to head over to the food court as I said before. But I was at food court 1, and I needed to get to the other side of the mall to get to food court 2. And Ahmed would be all the way over here by food court 2. So to give you perspective, I'm all the way over here while he is all the way over there on the opposite side of the mall. Now you can take this crosswalk here to get to the other side of the mall, but there's all of these other levels and stores, so it's easily very confusing, not to mention you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and actually I think there is one more. So there's 6 parking lots. All right, I found the outside to go to the other building, and here it is. I'm playing a real life game of Where's Waldo right now, trying to hunt this man down, and I can't. Even though they have a crosswalk that leads you to the other part of the mall, I was still unsuccessful in finding a med. At this point it wasn't looking good. I had been looking for a med for an hour now, which is pretty embarrassing. I had one more option, and if this didn't work, I was going to throw in the towel. I thought it was a pretty good idea, and this was my last option, so this was my plan. So what I would do is go back through the crosswalk, come back out the way that I came in order to get my car, and then I would drive all the way around like this, and then I would enter in through Dick's. Okay, I think we found our area. This is the area we want to be in. This looks right. All right, let's go find him. Yo, what's up, man? Yo, what's good? All right, buddy, this is Ahmed. This is who I'm doing the documentary about. What's going on? Dude, so lost for so long, I finally got him. Sometimes you gotta keep trying. If I gave up when I did, I would have never found a med. I just had to hold on and keep pushing and keep going, and sometimes it's like that. Sometimes you just gotta try just a little bit longer, and I'm so glad that I did, because if I didn't, I would not have been successful. So there goes to show you, do not give up. Just keep trying, even when you feel like it's your last option and you're running out of options. Just keep going. I know I could walk, but I was like, this is like a couple minutes if I just drive.
Document that whole thing?
Yeah. yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah. Me and him were just talking about how people wanted the easy way. A lot of people want instant gratification. And patience is the most important thing. You really have to take your time and like you said, get seasoned, you know? Allow yourself to bump into different walls and just go into it full force and just do it. Figure it out. That's the best way. Just do it and figure it out.
Trial and error.
Yeah. All right, well that pretty much wrapped it up. Me and Ahmed, we just talked about the documentary, went over a bunch of things, a bunch of key elements. Stay tuned because we're gonna put this thing together, and we're excited.
Hell yeah, bro.
It was good seeing you, bro.
You too, bro.
All right, well, good job to me, because we could have had this meeting a long time ago, but since I got lost, look, it's nighttime. It's dark out here. If I get lost going to my car, I am going to be a little upset. This is such a huge commitment.